Welcome to the channel, NMaktima fly fishing, and I'm out today with James Garrettson of About Trout, owner, CEO, corporate master. Yeah, man, we're up on the water, kind of in the office. We're on the San Juan, so you know we're James is the owner of About Trout guide service and deals primarily guide trips on the San Juan, does float trips. He also does some walk and wait on some other venues. I joined the About Trout team later in 2023 in November, and I primarily focus on walk and wade, Euro nymphing stuff, but you know, I can work with anybody on whatever technique they want to develop and you know, get a little more dialed in on. So anyway, we're excited. This will be fun. Boys gonna have some fun today, fish, get some content, stuff like that. So yeah. All right, so as far as the rig today, obviously we're out here doing some Euro nymphing stuff, breaking that down, just kind of showing you the effectiveness of it out here on this fishery. I got the Echo Shadow X paired up with a reel that I like. It's the 6'7" Evolution LTX, the 10.5 foot 3-weight. And for my leader setup, I'm running 10 feet of 12 pound Maxima. And then I have, for my sider attached to the end of that 10 feet, I got 3 feet of Rio two-tone cider in 2X, and then I also have 2X black and white Rio two-tone cider. So just kind of mixing up the color contrast, especially when you have varying light conditions like today. A lot of glare, low light. It can be tough to see these sometimes, and in combination with the pens, you know, to marker it out, give it a little bit more viz. It's kind of why I like running the black and white, is markering the white portion really highlights that color a little bit more. So from the cider, they're tied to a tippet ring, obviously, and then from there to my junction knot, I'm running about 2 feet, and then my dropper itself is about 8 inches. So I'm running a little longer on my dropper. This is about the longest I'll run it, and then I have 2 feet from the nymph to nymph as they hang. So if you look at the overall rig, tippet ring to my fly, that's 30 inches, I'd say. If I were to say it was 2 feet, and then have another 8 feet, 32 I guess, and then 24 between flies as they hang. So remember, that junction is going to be longer, so another 30 inches of tippet right there. So red annelid as my top fly, size 16 with, I believe that's a 2/8 mil bead, my dropper, and running a ecstasy egg on the point. Now the whole goal with this is, as my drift goes through, we're fishing some slightly shallower water, the angle is going to be like such, so my dropper, that annelid, should be on the bottom, if not tight to the bottom, and the egg definitely will be tumbling on the bottom. So that's the goal, that's the idea, that's the objective. We'll be changing and adapting as we work through water, figuring out what's happening. Getting our rig out. So this water out here that we got, nice riffle out here, running foot right in close, at least right off my rod tip, and just gradually sloping down a little bit of depth out. And from what I past experience here, as you get towards that water color change or transition in depth, that's really where a lot of these fish have been hanging out. But regardless, we're going to work our way out. So I am running 5.5X on my tippet, so a little on the lighter side. So we're just going to work our way out. Again, cover water. I'm fishing at about a 45-degree angle. Oh, bottom. So just working my way out into where I think we'll have a little higher congregation of fish, or feeding fish. And also, while we were kind of doing our intro there, we did hear a couple fish rise out a little further, kind of where I was thinking these fish would be set up. So we'll see where that puts us. Again, I got an egg on the point and a lid on the dropper. To very productive patterns in the wintertime. The annelid, oh, there you go. That's a good fish. That's on the egg. All right, fish number one. That was a pretty quick eat. It's a good solid bow. Pretty fish. She's lit up. All right. We can do that all day. All right, so I got the one camera for underwater footage too. I should have grabbed the other GoPro, so hopefully the audio is okay. I know the water can get clogged in the mic ports here. That one ate the egg, pretty subtle. It was a solid eat, nothing too extreme, but just again working my way out towards that little deeper water. So just being real thorough, breaking apart my lies in the water here. There's another one, smaller guy. Awesome. Not a bad start. Oh, and he's off. That's fine. I think that was on the annelid. So we'll try to find another one here. Now at this angle, the light is a lot of glare happening right now, and so having those multiple color options or segments on my sighter, black and white, and then the pink and chartreuse, I can track and find my sighter without having to abandon then drift entirely. Oh, bottom. And so that benefits in just more fishing, keeping your flies in the water. After this, I'll move out another step, cover more water. As I move out, I'll bring my cast back upstream slightly, kind of pretty much covering back into the same water I'd fished prior to my step, because that change in angle that I'm casting at now obviously will change the presentation overall. So from this point, it does get deeper out in front of me here. So I'm gonna move up again. Actually, I'm just gonna work straight upstream of me here. This is water that I hadn't quite hit yet. I'm gonna try and work my way out into the edge. So we got the eddy where my flies are drifting through right now, and then about a foot and a half, 2 feet out, we got the confluence of the slower moving current in the eddy and the main current, and that's really where I want to start working that transition. Again, good feeding zone where the fish can hang and not expend a whole lot of energy like that. Honestly, I was late on the hook set. That was my bad. I was trying to explain something. But that was another fish. Hit the egg. Keep working through that feeding line. That was a pretty subtle hit. The sighter just stopped, hesitated. It didn't jump. Those other two hits were a little more aggressive. There's one. That was a pretty light hit. Hey! Get over here. Good looking little bow. Yeah. Thanks, bud. There's one. That's a good fish. Oh shit. She's off. That was really, yeah. Back upstream. I'll take another step out. Oh, there you go, little guy. He's got some heat. And he's off. Perfect. Dig those. All right, so instead of going further out, I've kind of been keying in on the slower, shallower portions here. You got current on that side, the eddy here below the rock, and then the seam on this side. And it seems on both of those where the current's moving slightly, probably just more beneficial for the flies are running. That current has been where they've been holding, not in the faster stuff and not in the dead center of the eddy here. So we'll come back out to the bank and then work our way back in, moving upstream a little bit. Again, gridding apart the water. So we'll come back out in this direction, move up, and then come back out. And then after I'm finished working that water, I'll come back out, move up further, and then come back out again. So picking apart the water. All right, we'll move up. Switched it up. I'm actually gonna run a little beadhead UV emerger on my dropper up top just to mix it up. We're getting into some shallower water, and then sticking with a little red annelid on my point, and we'll see how that goes. Just to play around with flies and rigs. So it's a lot lighter rig. The red annelid is a 2/8. Oh, there we go. Ate the midge. That was on the midge. So yeah, that's not a bad change. And the midge is a size 20 perdigig, I believe, with a I think it's a 1.5 tungsten bead. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Going 2 mil doesn't sound proportionately correct. So a little lighter setup. And if anything, I can switch to a smaller egg pattern too for the shallower water. It's one thing when you're tying flies and euronymphing, that's the, oh, that was a little nicer fish. That's the benefit of tying your own flies, is that you're able to customize your sink rates by tying with different size beads. So yeah, that was 2. James just got one. Now the only thing is, with that perdigig hook, let me bring it up, we'll look at it. That hook gap sometimes I feel can be a little tight, so I'm going to go ahead and actually just open it up a little bit, and let's see if we're able to hang on to fish a little better. I do that occasionally with jig hooks. Sometimes that hook point pushes up a little bit too tight, and if the fish are a little sluggish on the eat, like I was thinking that possibly would have been the case with some of the fish we hooked earlier. Just wasn't able to get a good purchase on the hook set because the hook gap was a little too closed. Cool, that little midge is producing some fish. There we go. It's on the red annelid, I think. Pretty little bow. Yep, it's on the annelid. All right. There we go. And this nice break up here. There's one. Let's go brown maybe. No, little bow, good color. Red annelid. Cool. Oh, damn. This little guy's got some attitude. Woo! James down there's hooked up. Double. Get up here. Handle it. Loving the worm. Good one. Oh yeah, nice. No idea. Another one. Got it. Alright, there's a fish rising down here. Came up twice within 10-15 seconds, so yeah. Of course, now that we're gonna try to switch, it probably won't come back up. So I'm just clipping the nymphs. Got a little midge dry here, ready to roll. Oh, there he is. Okay. I just kind of broke the surface there. Get downstream here a little bit. Oh, there he is. There might be a couple rising. Yeah, he's up. It's consistent. There we go. First cast. I don't mind it. There we go. Don't need to do a whole lot to switch to a dry fly setup. Boom.
hook it. She don't want to turn, whatever. Dude, that was big. Damn it. No scales, so. Damn it. She didn't want to move at all.